AFTV, doom, meet gloom. Dan, how's it going, man?
You, man? I forgot.
I don't know, it's up to Lee to decide. We'll ask him after. But listen, a massive turnaround. 2 games, 6 points, 2 clean sheets. Performance is up for debate, but how are you feeling now?
Yeah, 6 points, mate. Listen, that's all I can say. 6 points, 2 1-0 wins. I think when you look at it 2 weeks ago, you would have taken that, wouldn't you? You know, the way we were playing, how bad we were, bottom of the league. So I look at that situation and think, brilliant. I was surprised by the team lineup because I didn't think it would be a 4-3-3 with both Odegaard and Smith Rowe. Yeah. I thought that would have been probably more suited to Norwich, if I'm honest with you, but obviously we went with that.
Do you think it worked today?
I think in parts it worked. The first 10 minutes, I thought, actually, let's look at what we're doing here. This is okay. I like some of the passing. But throughout the game, Turkish, the final ball let us down. I mean, every single time, that last pass, it was wrong.
It's not the first time either.
It's not. There's a lot of times that we've seen it of late. It was either under hit or it was blocked or it didn't just quite make it or someone would just get their foot in. You need to be more clinical when you're going forward like that, you know. And it's not just Pepe and not just Smith Rowe. It was all of them today. Yeah. Saka was poor, I must say that. I thought Saka was pretty poor. And although all of the forward line, none of them had a great game, I thought they worked hard, but it just wasn't paying off because of that final ball. Martin Odegaard, really happy he scored that free kick. I must admit that, you know, I was a little bit harsh on the transfer window when he came in because I thought, you know what, that's an underwhelming signing for me, but it's an okay signing. Yeah. I want to see him score more goals, and he did that today. But I was quite surprised in a way that Burnley didn't really make us pay, because there was a couple of times where we really did make some serious errors in terms of our lack of concentration, passing back. Ben White had another mare, I thought, today, if I'm honest with you.
Won a
couple of headers in the air, but I'm looking at his pass back for that. I mean, I must say this, that penalty is a disgrace. How the referee can give that as a penalty. You know, VAR stands for very awful refereeing, mate, because that's what this VAR is. I'll tell you this now, it is a disgrace what I'm seeing there. And then not only to give that, the referee gives it, and it takes him 4 or 5 times to look at that on the screen to wonder if he's got his foot. Everyone could see it in the studio. That's a brilliant. I mean, the pass back was shambolic, but Ramsdale's won the ball. So it takes that long for a referee of that quality to make that decision. Unbelievable. But we got there in the end, man, with the win. So
we did. And listen, we've got Tottenham next in the Premier League. Have you seen enough improvement off the back of the Norwich game today to maybe lift your confidence a bit going into that Tottenham game?
No, the only thing that lifts the confidence is the wins. That's it. That's the only thing that lifts the confidence. I don't think I can sit there and say, wow, we look brilliant in front of goal. We're clinical. We still haven't scored a goal from open play in this game. So I wanted to see that. And we didn't manage to get there. So going into the Tottenham game, form goes out the window anyway. We know this. But I haven't seen enough to say this team that we've now got together in Mikel Arteta's eyes is good enough to go and win comfortably in the North London derby. But 2 wins going into the North London derby is what we needed, and that's we've got. Of course, we've got Wimbledon before this in the cup, which is an important game. But talking about the league, up to 12th now, we have, which is crazy to say, but we have to look at where we were a couple of weeks ago, and we could have quite easily, the way we were in terms of our confidence and the way we were playing, could have remained bottom the way we were playing at times. So you had to take the 6 points, Turkish, and we've done that now.
Yeah, and regarding the Wimbledon game, I mean, you know, I expect to see wholesale changes, but having just spoken to Lee, you know, he wants to see more of the same. He wants to see building of relationships on the pitch. He wants to see familiarity on the pitch moving into that Tottenham game, a lack of Europe this season, you know, being key in that thought process. What do you want to see against Wimbledon? Do you want to protect some of these players that have gone on this, you know, 2 winning streak, clean sheet, or do you go in with them? Because I actually agree with Lee's perspective, but I think we'll make the wholesale changes.
How many competitions are we in this season? At the moment, the league and this cup. So if we go out there and start playing kids, that's ridiculous, in my opinion, because we've got to go out there and try and win this cup. Because, you know, we're not in Europe. Right, we're not going to win this league. So the only chance we've got of winning something, which all of us want to do, I imagine, is either the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup. The FA Cup doesn't start till the new year. So now we've only got the league and this competition. So although it's AFC Wimbledon, get my words out in a minute, AFC Wimbledon, I think we need to look at that game as our kind of European sort of equivalent and say, we still need to take this seriously. I want to see a little bit of change. I don't think Partey and Tierney have proven to me that they can play 90 minutes for a long, long time. Yeah. So maybe they may miss out. But the rest of the team I want to see strong. You know, I do sit there sometimes, Turkish, and wonder what Martinelli has got to do. Now, I know today there was a couple of knocks and they weren't going to get the chance to see him. But I worry for him because I think Balogun's sitting there thinking, I needed a loan move, didn't get one. You kept Eddie, you kept Lacazette. Martinelli's thinking, where do I fit in? I'm not getting in the game time either.
He has to start against Wimbledon.
I think he's got to, and I hope he does, because that's the only one for me that I worry about on the bench. I see some of the others, and I think it's healthy competition, like Tavares coming on, Lokonga coming on, who I thought again was pretty harsh not to start today. Martinelli's the one for me that I think he might just get, I don't fit into these plans, I'm going to have to go. And I would hate that, because I think his ceiling's massive, probably even bigger than Smith Rowe and Saka potentially. So we've got to try and see what we can do with him and try and fit him in more for me.
Yeah, and to round it up, Dan, I want to ask you, man of the match today, because, you know, we've spoken about Ramsdale, Gabriel, and a few other players. Who are you giving it to?
Has to be Gabriel, man. I thought he was an absolute monster at the back, to be honest with you. And I said all along he was our best defender. I think the first 3 months of last season he was our best player, and then obviously he got unwell and he never quite got back into it, a bit rusty. And then he finished the season so well. I think he's our best centre half, mate. And I think since he's come back, you've seen that. Ben White, I can't say the same about, but I think that he today showed why he's our best defender. And I think Thomas Partey deserves a lot of credit, because when you look at what Thomas Partey does, it's kind of a typical performance of Partey. If that was a Lokonga or a Xhaka or a El Neni, we'd be going, wow, what a performance. I think we just expect Partey to be good now. So I think we need to credit him when he does have a good game. And Martin Odegaard, great to see him obviously get on the score sheet and have a little bit of control in that midfield. But if you ask me who's man of the match, it's Gabriel, mate.
Yeah, no, and I agree. And on the Partey thing, I think today we saw what Partey brings to the transition. You know, what Partey can do 100%. With a press. He can beat it quickly, and that's what we need. But Dan, thank you very much, my guy.
Cheers,
love.